I'm going to show you how to use Wevideo to record your screen so that it can help you as you are working on your virtual mini lessons. To get to Wevideo, you go to any of your courses and then you scroll down on the left side and click on Wevideo and it will pop up in a different window. Once here, if you're going to take a screen capture of whatever you might be doing, you click on record and then you pick what choices you want to do. You can put a little webcam in your corner if you think your students seeing your face is helpful, or you can just record from a webcam. So make sure you set it up correctly. You want to pick your correct microphone that you're using. I'm making sure that mine is using my headphone microphone, or if you don't want to record over the video as it's recording, we'll talk about how you can give your lesson later, and you would click no audio right now. Then click on the correct screen that you want to share. If you have two monitors, you want to pick whichever one is showing what you want your students or the video to see. So once you have your correct screen picked, you click and there will be a little countdown. There's not going to be much notifying you that it's screencasting except for that little countdown. So now this is what Wevideo is seeing. You'll see a little pop-up on the bottom that says Wevideo is sharing your screen. That just means it's recording. You can hide that if you choose. I'm going to leave it here so that you can see that Wevideo is sharing the whole time. You can move it, you can hide it, but just know if you leave it there, it will be in your video. So I recommend that you hide it every time. So now Wevideo is just making a video of whatever is on my screen right now. So for example, I'm going through this PowerPoint, and if this were me, I would probably be talking over it, much as I would any normal mini lesson. Then once you're done, you click Stop Sharing at the bottom of your screen. And this is what it will show you in Wevideo. It is a preview of your lesson. It will play your video back to you. It'll play your talking so you can hear it. And if you're happy with it as is, you can just go ahead and hit save, or you can record again. But I recommend hitting save because if there are any parts that you want to take out, you can always just take them out. Now that you are in Wevideo, this is what you should see. Or you might be in the other mode called storyboard. You can switch between modes using the little three lines in the corner and either switching to timeline or switching to storyboard. There are a few things you can do here. If you have your video right here, you can move along here. You can preview your video. You will be able to hear the recording that you did if you recorded as you were talking too. One thing I like to do is I like to take a video of my screen with no talking, and then I like to narrate it later. It helps me because I can pause and narrate at different times. So to do that, you're going to find at the top where it says narrate. You're going to click on the options. You want to mute the audio because you don't want to necessarily have it playing in the background with you. You click the microphone and it gives you a button. Now the preview is playing up in the corner so you can see the preview as you're narrating, and then it records you as you're narrating over your video, which is what I like to do because I do mess up a lot. So this lets me pause and redo stuff as needed. One other cool thing about using the timeline feature is that it allows you to make some changes to only certain parts of your video. So for example, I want to narrate a little bit more. So I might come and I might click narrate again. I'm going to give some narration, and then I can also take that narration and maybe move it around the video. I could move it up a little bit, whatever I wanted to do. To move an audio clip, all you have to do is click on the actual clip that you just recorded, and you can slide it and move it up and down depending on where you want it in your video. You can also change the video itself and move some clips around. So say in your video, there's a really long pause. Maybe if you're like me, your dog started barking at something else besides the video needed your attention, so you wound up pausing for a really long amount of time, and you're like, I don't want to do my whole video over again. All you have to do is you could take out that part of the video. So let me show you where you're going to go to change that. I'm going to select this little chunk. You just move the little blue line around, and you click these little scissors, and that cuts it into a different clip. Let me zoom in real quick so you can see it a little bit better. So now I click on the little clip that I want to edit, just the one little part, and now it's not going to edit the whole video, it'll just be this part. You could do all of these things for just the video itself though, if you don't want to bother with clips. So you can transform it, like rotate it, flip it, zoom in, all sorts of stuff. It kind of just depends on what you want. So you can play with this and see if there's anything that seems fun. You could also fade in and out on this clip, like you want it to fade between the 3 clips that you have technically. So you could click opacity and that will fade in between all 3 of these clips. Now that I've clicked fade, you'll see here as I go from clip to clip in my preview, it fades in and out from this clip. If you did a voiceover, you can also adjust the volume, and then you can also play with some special effects. You could change the tone, change what special things happen on the screen as you are looking at the video. So there are a few special effects you can do, and notice there is an option to click this clip only or all clips. If you wanted just this clip, you would click this clip only. Now, my favorite thing I like to do, because like I said earlier, I do mess up a lot, I pause a lot, is you can delete. So all you have to do to delete a clip is click that little trash can, and then you can go ahead and click and hold the rest of your video, slide it on over, and it's like that part of the video never existed. Once you have your video where you would like for it to be, the last thing you have to do is export it. So you click finish, make sure you give it a title, and then it'll take you to this page where it really looks like you have a bunch of options, but in all honesty, we really don't with our purchase of Wevideo. If you ever feel like you're probably going to email a video to someone, you want to make sure you click SD for standard definition, that way it is smaller. And then through these options here, really the only options we have through Wevideo are to download or share to Schoology. So I don't want to share mine quite to Schoology yet, so I'm just going to stay on download and click export. Notice that as you are exporting, you can close this window. It does send you an email when it is done, and you can go back in Wevideo and get your video later. But I wanted to just quickly show you what it looks like after you've exported, and you can have your video now and be ready to use it as you'd like. After the video is done, there are 2 options that we're really going to use. You could share to Facebook or Twitter, but we're going to most likely either share it via a link to Schoology or download it if you would like to save it to your computer or upload it as a file or email it to somebody or even upload it to YouTube. You would want to download it to your computer. But to just share the video, you're going to click on the little 3 dots and 2 lines picture. That's the share button, and you're going to need that embed code. So let me bring Schoology over, and I'm going to show you how to quickly embed this like the district's been doing. Oh look, there's the email that says my export's ready. So it does happen really quickly. So for online learning, the district has been creating pages with instructions, and they've been having the video right there so the kids can see it and click on it and have it play in that page. To do that, you're going to want to switch to HTML. Those are the little buttons on the side. Now, when you do that, a lot of your options that you were using go away, but it does make it nice and easy for the video to be seen. Now, here's where you're going to need that embed code. You're going to copy and paste that big long text into the page, exactly how it is. You won't see it in a preview when you click create, but when you go to the page itself, you'll see it right there, just as your students would be able to see it. And if you need to, you can go back and edit it later, and you will still be able to see your video as is. What's also really nice is that you don't have to use your computer's storage to take up space with these videos, because videos can get really big. Luckily for us, Wevideo does save it in their cloud storage. So if you ever want to see your video or embed your video again, you go to exports, and from there you would see all of your videos that you made finalized, and you could re-download or reshare them again. Media are the things that you actually recorded into Wevideo, so it's not the final video. Exports are your final videos. And that's the basics of recording your screen using Wevideo. Let me know if there's any help you might need or anything you want to see next. Have a great day.